Normally, to add a provider in a2billing, you have to go here where it says provider. You add a provider, and this is an outgoing. This is adding a provider for outgoing calls. So, uh, so you add a provider, you add a trunk here, and that's it. But for your case, it's a little bit different because you want the incoming provider, not the outgoing provider. So what I've done is you have to group your DIDs according to the providers. So if you want to create a new provider, you instead of getting here where it says providers, you go to the to inbound DIDs, then you go to groups, right? Then you create a group, right? So let's say this provider is the guy, the provider of your DIDs is Telecom X company, right? You can also this is an added feature. You can also add the time, allowable time that they can the call allowable call time. So you can limit the call time as per providers requirements. So now let's say we are saying 200 2000 whatever, or 200 seconds. Okay, confirm. All right, so that's your new provider that you have put in. Now if you want to add DIDs to that provider, now you go to add. If you want to just add one DID, you just go add, and then you choose the provider that you want. So you choose Telcom X, then you choose which country it is from, which country the DIDs that they are providing you are for. If they are for, let's say they are for Egypt, you just put Egypt here. Then you put your DID number, or this is another way. Let's say your DIDs are in sequence. You don't have to upload them you don't have to upload them in bulk. If they are in sequence, let's say you have DIDs from 223 to 333, you see, you don't have to upload them in bulk. You can just when it's your first time to get it, to enter them, you can just enter them here. Let's say I want the DIDs that I'm going to put in. This is just for interest sake. I'm not sure what the prefix for Egypt is, but let's say the DIDs that you are going to add is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? But you have 100 DIDs starting from that. So you can just say up to 3, 4, 5, 7, 7, 8. Right? This must add all the DIDs from that to that. If you just want to one, you can just put one. If you want different DIDs which are not in range, you put a comma in between. But these ones we are saying they are in range, and you can put them there. Let's not put 100. Maybe let's put 10. Let's put 5. Otherwise, we'll crowd our 3, 5. 3, 4, 5. Let's just put 2. 6, 8, 0. Right. Okay. Now you have to your if you are charging per month rate. If you are not charging per month rate, that's fine. Okay, and your per minute rate, your carrier rate, this is as charges, which means you are charging for incoming calls. So your carrier rate, what they are charging you, maybe 0.18, and what you are going to charge the customer, which is 0.22. All right, then you can confirm. Once you do that, you will see that we have added from 78 to 80. So you see, and it's coming. That's where we are saying DID group. This will be your provider. Okay, this is going to be your provider. So, but this is the DID group because your system is a little bit different. The provider is usually the outgoing call provider, but now you don't have outgoing calls, so you have incoming calls. So we are grouping your providers in terms of DID groups. So if provider X gives you some DIDs, you can come here and you create a group for them, and you create the group with their name, right? But now when you go to your live calls, what we managed to do here is, because we wanted to show the provider, right? So here, when you go to your live calls, when your live call is going ahead, the trunk, it will show you, instead of showing you the provider from here, it will show you the DID group. So it will show, if the DID is for Telecom X, it will show Telecom X. If it's from Telecom Y, it will show Telecom Y here. So you will know. We just played around with it so that it will display what you really want to see. Okay, although the system views it as a DID group, your system now is going to view it as a trunk. So that's the provider. Okay, so that's how you add your trunks and your DIDs. That's because basically you are not using this providers thing. I left it there because we still need to carry your your calls to the IVR. So this trunk that I put here, this is a normal trunk. So this normal trunk that I put here is the one that is carrying your calls to the IVRs, right? But your trunks will be seen under DID groups. We understood each other. Okay. Now the other thing that you were asking about is the billing, daily billing. If you go to call reports, if you have made a call that day, if you have made calls that day, those are the calls that will be shown here. Right now it's showing no data found because today we didn't make any call. But if we had made a call today, the calls for the same day will be shown here, right? For any other thing, which is for any other date, you will have to choose the dates from here. So when you are choosing the date from here, you choose like this, you click, and then you choose your date. maybe it's one from 1 May and to you July, okay, 20 July or something like that, right? Then you can what type of calls do you want? Maybe in your case you just want answered calls, not all the calls, right? Answered calls. But if you want to check also the calls that didn't make it, and you want to find the reason why the calls didn't make it, then you'll have to go to not completed calls or congested calls or just all calls, so that you can see every call. Okay, so now we are interested in answered calls. Then you can do a search here, and then you get all the calls from the date that we mentioned, from 1 May. Of course, it means from our calls started from okay, we have 5 pages here from way back. Okay, so our calls started from 22 June. That is 22 June, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, our calls started from 22 June to 11 May to 11 July. So you can export these calls. You can export them into a CSV file. Okay. That's it. If there are any questions, you can just ask me by Skype, and so that we can sort this out. Okay.